We are now in the actual shop of FABCO, and as you see, that's Naz. He's the master craftsman out here, but we also have other people involved. And I'll tell you, I am so impressed with the work that's being done here. And it just goes to show that when we come together and we are allowed to have access, as many other people have had for years, there is not anything on this planet that we cannot do. We must realize that the pyramids was built by architects, and we too must do the same thing. As you look around, you see old grills that are going to be turned into grills, rather, and a lot of this stuff I don't understand. But I just want you all to know that I don't want anybody left unknowing in times like these. Brother Robinson is over there. That's Grandpa. And as I said, he's teaching. Really, they are like being trained in the field of welfare. And as far as the grill over here, we're going to find out that I think one of the grandboys worked on some of this welding. Brother Robinson, who worked on these grills? Can you call him when he get a break there? Can you call whoever did some of this welding over here? Yes, when you get a break, if you get time. And this is what. Go ahead, Pop. Tell us about it, man.
John, come on. This is the hip hop grill. When we get done with this grill, it's gonna be, stand right there for me, son. It's going to be a very unique grill, and we're gonna be building these fenders. All of this area here is going to be closed in, and I wanted to have a very unique look. We're going to build a real oven cooker that'll cook bread, cook biscuits, and cornbread, and we're going to have it mounted right here, and it's going to stand out like this. It's going to be very, very unique. I'm an artist, and I lay out the design, okay, for it. And all of this will be cleaned up very, very uniquely. As clean as you see, it's going to be absolutely smooth. This drum here may be black, it might be red, it might be orange, but this may be purple, or this may be lime green. So if this is purple, pretending to be purple, then I might have Bugs Bunny eyes right in here. So I might make it look like a poking bean can. I might make it look like a John Deere tractor when I get ready to finish it. But I'm an artist. I do airbrush work, and I'm quite good. And what we do is, we got it under fabrication now, and this is the roughing. We call this roughing it in. John.
Well, while he comes, let me ask you a question. What kind of metal is that? Is that copper or what?
No. This is regular low carbon steel, and it is a low carbon, and it's called mild steel, 836 in fact. But it's 10 gauge. It's got a unique thickness to it that's going to last. Okay. You can continue. I just want to get. What we were doing, he's a young man.
Okay.
He's here with his father today, which is my son, and he was teaching him the way.
How old are you, my young man?
17.
What's your name? Are you into drugs, or what are you into?
None of that.
None of that? Working? Okay, all right.
And we were teaching him the weld. He's learning the weld. He's in apprenticeship right now, and he did a lot of the welding on this thing, and building these columns, and we're refurbishing these dumpsters and these roll-off tubs. Okay.
That's what they call a what kind of tub?
Roll-off tub.
Okay. And what does a roll-off tub mean?
Well, what it does, trucks picks it up, but a big old roll-off truck, and they roll it off the back on these rollers here. And these are the ones you see at construction sites, okay, for cleanup and stuff. And this is one of the mobile units that we have. Okay. And they use it to go around from site to site. And that's a portable welder there. And we normally have several of these, okay? And this is the setup that we have when we go out to sites. And this is the light duty site. This unit here is not allowed on the bridge. When we go on the bridge, we got the big Lincolns, okay? And we got 400 amp machine.
Okay, one other thing before we close this out, I also would like to know, how did you learn all of this stuff? Have you ever worked on the bridges? You mentioned bridges.
Yes.
Short form, you know.
I was certified Department of Transportation, state of Florida and Georgia. I was a specialist in the state of Florida. I did several FABCO span bridges, the one that lets up and down. and I jumped the St. Mary's River on 95 over here going to Jacksonville.
Okay.
Okay.
When you jumped it, what did that mean? You was on an airplane or what?
No, sir. That means I was putting them big beams across the.
Oh, that's what you mean jump. So we don't know nothing about that. All right, appreciate it. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And the other thing is, so before you end this out,
Okay.
is that I used to rebuild pulp mills. I did that for like 10 or 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned the trade. And what we believe is that black folks have the potential, and we are shed out here in the county. And we need some money on the south side, and we got contractors. This is the contractor.
Okay. Right. Ms. Roberts, excuse me for interrupting, but man to man. Black man to black, human being to human being.
Yes, sir.
Is this why you are so committed to what you call being included in the process, so we can put a stop, or at least put reduce the trend of crimes in our community? Is that why you committed? Because you know what it's gonna take to get our young people off the street and into a business, or at least get some income out. You never cease to talk about the economically oppressed and across the railroad tracks of social divide that everybody seemed to have ignored. But when you came to town, you brought a new flavor. Is this why this is the heartbeat of you and who you are?
Yes, sir. We once had a black renaissance in this country. We lost that. Now it's time for us to reawaken the black renaissance, that we have some ownership. Why should we go out and do all of this type of work for a man to make $3,500 to $4,500 a day in his shop for him, and we can do this for ourselves? To send this kid to college is gonna cost us money. We do not have to believe that we the other man serving all of our lives, even though we've been serving him ever since we come out from slavery. It's our time.
Yes, sir.
And if we don't believe this, we will never succeed. We have to have some money on the south side. If the federal government got federal funds that's circulating in this city of $900 million, and we, all the businesses here, cannot make $50,000 out of $900 million off of our needs to fatten their pockets, that's a no-no, my friend.
I heard you also talk about, with all the problem that we are having in Valdosta, Lowndes County, and in other metropolitan cities in the ghetto area, you have said that if President Obama and this present government would just invest in the poor side of town to rebuild the homes, et cetera, what could this country do?
Man, look, if our president, if they bail out those big banks, bail us out.
Yes, sir.
If our president and all his staff and the Congress and the Senate would focus on not just building their super train, not just building the road structure, but focus on the American ghetto of the low-income areas, they would bless the economy today through the ozone, because it would provide jobs after jobs after jobs, but they cannot put that money in the hands of the same old people that have used our needs to fatten their pockets, because they got a system set up. That's a system within systems, and it's called superconductivity, where they use system after system after system to be a prison to imprison you, okay, us, and they use this system to belittle us in our own minds.
In other words, does this also include when we have public meetings to put a cut on crime, wherein they take us and then make us look like we don't know how to raise our own children,
yes,
et cetera, et cetera?
Yes, all of that is part. All right, let us look at will. That's the word will. Will induce reason. Now, when we look at reason, reason supports will. And if we don't have the will, my friend, what is the reason? It's economic oppression that's keeping us down in the valley, keeping us in the gutter, keeping us in the gully all the time. And if we got contractors that can do this work, that can share these federal funds, I ain't saying the private sector, I said federal aided projects.
Right.
With $900 million. Therefore, if they was to take 30%, that would give us at least $260 million of them dollars. You follow me now?
Yes, sir.
And this way, that money can come back into the black community or the local income. It's integrated segregation where we at now.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
when we come back to the integrated, let's talk about it like it is. bring it back to the integrated neighborhood, which used to be the traditional black community. Turn your camera right here.
Yes, sir.
On that other side of that railroad track, right there. That's the track, that was social economic division right there.
Yes,
the track
sir.
of social divide.
Yes, sir.
Now that was a predominantly black community. That's a black child over there now, isn't it? In that
Yes,
yard
sir.
over there?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now if you move down a little further, you might find 10 whites that live in this entire community. That still makes it integrated, right? But we still are targeted out as being across these tracks. There's a bank over there that's going to give us no financial assistance. So if Mr. President is listening, please invest on the south side, in the ghetto side, the east side, anywhere people are economically oppressed, and your economy will blast through the ozone. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Don't put the money in the bridges. Don't put it in the roads. Put it where you can. We can get a guarantee through a bank system directly, not through HUD. HUD needs to be done away with. To be honest.
Really?
It's no good.
Why do you say that, Brother
Because
Robinson?
it was created in 1968 as a deterrent of King's death. Give us something that got us trapped in this thing now.
When you say trap, what you mean?
The projects. People they done made movies. New Jack City. Just get out of the projects.
Okay.
Everybody done had dreams of getting out of the projects.
And they still in them.
They should have never had that dream of, I got the dream to get out of a project, man. Something that was put there temporarily for assistance. They knew they had killed, they knew King was dead, and they needed something, so they created this system that locked us in place.
Okay.
And we ain't been able to get out.
As a facelift to make us look good.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just to make it good.
Okay, we gonna end this. Any closing words you have?
Yes, you know, consider what God gave you and utilize it through your own intellectual abilities.
Okay.
That's what I close on.
Thank you very much, my beautiful young man. What's your name once again?
John Robertson.
John Robertson. Now I need you to tell me about this welding trade again. You are starting to weld. Show me some beads that you actually did with your own hand.
I've done these 2 tacks and I've done this weld.
Okay.
Also done this weld.
Okay. Okay.
This tack.
Okay.
This weld. It's more of a 2 tacks and it ended up being a weld.
Okay.
Tack, tack. My dad helped me with this one.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
And my dad did this one.
Okay. Now, my question is, I want to close on this. Because I asked it earlier, and I wasn't making fun of you. It's just that so many of our young black men are going to jails and prisons. And so that's why I asked you that you are involved in education and actually developing a trade that you can use in the future as you progress up the ladder of adulthood. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What the closing remarks you got for the other young people?
I think that the more you educate yourself in higher learning and the more you learn how, not just learning how to in school, but how to work, the more you perceive around yourself, you know, you get to use things. Like if I want to go to college and I need some extra money, welding would be a side job I could do to earn me.
And make right well, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. My beautiful listeners and watchers, I want to say to you, this is George Boston Rhyme. This is kvci.blogspot.com. This is on YouTube, and we want all of you to listen and tune in and hear more about FABCO. We are going to try to make a difference. In fact, we are making a difference now. And with kvci.blogspot.com, our purpose is to do nothing but keep you informed, because we are tired of people being deaf, dumb, and blind to the times and unable to make an intelligent decision based on fact that they don't get because nobody will report it to them. So on behalf of KVCI, that means keeping Valdosta citizens informed, we say bye-bye, we gone. Power to the people, pass it on, and don't wait so long to get it on. Thank you.